It has always been a key mission of New Smiles to be supportive of pediatric dentists and the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry. As such, since 2004, New Smile has sponsored the Pediatric Dentist of the Year Award. This important award is presented to the individual who has made outstanding contributions to the specialty of pediatric dentistry over the past year and who has shown a history of leadership and involvement in organized dentistry. The 2021 Pediatric Dentist of the Year is Dr. Heber Simmons Jr. We extend our immense congratulations to Dr. Simmons.
The award of Pediatric Dentist of the Year is really considered, in our case, the most valuable player, if you will, using baseball analogies over the course of the last year. It actually truly is a culmination of Dr. Simmons' accomplishments over decades and decades of contributions to this great organization. I'll be very frank with you also. This is one of the few awards that Dr. Simmons has not been awarded to this time, and we certainly thought that this year in particular, with his closing of many of his responsibilities as congressional liaison, really was a fitting moment for us to recognize him indeed as our MVP Pediatric Dentist of the Year.
My grandfather died in 1960, and my dad was in the middle of dental school. And he wanted to complete dental school, but there was no other way for him without going into the Army, and they would help him complete that training.
About a year before his Army service was up, they put him in the children's dental clinic. And as he speaks, he says, "That day it felt like a bucket full of warm honey had been poured over my head."
Our early years together, it was one of those things that Heber had built an office, and it was the new concept at the time, the open clinic area. One of the things he loves to do is try to find new ways to do things, and he invented and built the Heber seat, which is a dental chair. He didn't like the ones that reclined and moved back. The kids were afraid of those.
The story he tells is that he put me down on a piece of plywood when I was about 9 years old and drew my outline.
And then he ended up giving away the patent all over the world because there were people all over the world that needed a better mousetrap, as it were, for pediatric dentistry.
I think some of the most special times, most meaningful times that I had while working with him was getting to witness him providing care to a child whose parents did not have the financial wherewithal to provide that service for themselves.
He has had more than 26 young people who have gone into dentistry because of him.
As our congressional liaison, Heber has done more for Academy of Pediatric Dentistry in Congress than ever was done.
He has really been transformational in a program called the Dental Faculty Loan Repayment Program, and ensuring that there's adequate financial resources for that program so that folks don't have to make the decision based on finances of whether they'll pursue faculty versus dental practice.
Heber, through the years, has gotten tens of millions of dollars for that account. I would attribute the growth in that program to Heber alone.
You can always hear his mantra subliminally in your head. It is about the children. It's all about the children.
Some of Heber's most treasured friends are in the AAPD. He really considers these people as an extended part of our own family.
The fishing trips that he does, he's trying to include them in something that he loves, but what he's doing is giving them a life experience that they would never have imagined, never have experienced, but for his openness to do that.
Probably his most favorite saying is, leave the wood pile higher than you found it. And my dad has always been a person that was more interested in giving back than in getting.
He's one of those people that's had an impact in my life, and there's no way I could ever repay him other than just to pass it on. And And I hope I'm one of those sticks in that wood pile that he sees that maybe is an accomplishment that he has had, that he's influenced my life.
If you look at the wood pile that Heber started with, it's probably about knee high. If you look at the wood pile that Heber's leaving to the rest of the world, it's a skyscraper.
Heber has certainly left the wood pile higher than he found it, stimulating the young practitioners to commit to more than just clinical practice, to understand their role in advocacy, ensuring access to care, ensuring that they are really making a difference in their community.
But I want all y'all to realize that you are the next generation of leaders of this academy. And I want you to dare to make a difference in the life of someone who needs your help. And you have to take that initiative and do it. No one can do it for you, but you just have to do it. And the question is, are you willing to be the difference? And I can't answer that. Only you can. But one person can make a difference. And one person can make a difference in a lot of lives. So I hope that you'll be willing to be that difference.
It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Heber Simmons Jr. as he accepts this exceptional and well-deserved honor.
Well, I'll have to say that when I was informed by the board that I had received this award, I had a hard time talking for a few minutes because I really couldn't believe it was happening. I've been blessed by the Academy, but I've always felt like it was a privilege that I was given to work with the Academy. And I feel like the Academy has given me a lot more than I could ever give them. But I thank the officers and the trustees and the ones who elected me to this. It is a great honor, and I thank them for it. But the real joy has just been in working and being able to make a difference. But as I've said before, if you see a turtle sitting on a fence post, just realize he didn't get there by himself. And I could never have gotten here without a lot of people helping. And they're too numerous to name, but they know who they are. And to them goes my heartfelt thanks.